Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2 of Health and Wellbeing in People with Developmental Disabilities. I'm going to try and do a video that will last just a few minutes for each week to try and just give a bit of feedback as to what I think is happening from week to week and let you know about assessments that are coming up, although those are marked all sorts of places across this LMS. So you really should not miss deadlines for assignments or assessment tasks if you work your way through the content and you keep your eye on that assessment folder. But first of all, I'd like to say it's really lovely to see that that many of you have become really engaged with the forums already and told us a little bit about yourself. So we've got quite a wealth of experience and a lot of people who don't have any experience with developmental disabilities, and that's perfectly fine. There are close to 300 people in this subject, so there'll be others who are in a similar situation to you, and you'll be able to learn off each other. I'm also really pleased to see the really positive language that people are used. People are tending to use person-first language, so talking about people with disabilities as opposed to disabled people. And though people do use that term to refer to themselves, that's really using the term disabled people from a really rights perspective. But in this subject, we try and approach this from a person first perspective. So thinking about the person first and then, their disability if it's relevant next. So this coming week is all about those threshold or those basic concepts which include language and include models of disability. So really take note of those. Now, one thing I realised, because the LMS is continually being updated, that there's a design feature that can be a little bit confusing, and I'm going to point it out now. For each week, and this is week 1, the welcome, you'll see we've got the aims and with this preview. Now, to get to the next step, you really need to sort of either hit this arrow or move to this link. And I've had one of the design people add this to the bottom of the page, because otherwise it is quite confusing. You could easily just go straight to the discussion, not realise there's actually content. So if we go next, you should have been watching our introductory videos, and then you would go either through the arrow or to this bit where you do some reading, and then there's another section, and then another section. Okay, and just with the PebblePad account, that's optional. You can just use a Word document if you prefer. So don't worry too much about PebblePad. But if you're used to using PebblePad, it's a great resource. So if I go back and just show you week 2, here we go. Sorry, yes, week 2. So you click on the book and you read through this page, and then to move to the next, it reminds you here what you need to do, but move this way. Okay, so click on that next link, look at the content that's on this page. You can either click here, don't go to this link, and I can't get rid of that, so I'm really sorry, but don't go to that link, because that will just take you to the activity without having seen the content. So, either use this small arrow or, this arrow up here, or use the table of contents. But don't just go down here, because you will miss a whole lot of content. And I just don't know how to change that, so I'm really sorry about that. But please take note, and I will also put a message on the LMS. Now, next week, I am going to have a really exciting week. I'm going to be in Glasgow at the International Association for the Study of Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities conference. So I may or may not get this preview video done, but I certainly will be online and just checking to see if there are any issues or problems. So I look forward to reading your posts online. Oh, and just a reminder, please reply to somebody else's rather than starting a new topic when you're really talking about the same things. If it really is a different topic, that's fine. But try and get an ongoing conversation happening rather than, a whole lot of new topics which are really about the same thing. All right. Have fun, everyone. Bye.